Morning, back on the job. Got another young lad with us from Yorkshire training or something. Tom sorted that while I was off. So he wants to go into construction, bricklaying, but there's not a lot of bricklaying we do on something like this. But what we're going to do to start with is try to sort this crack out. So what I want to do is remove all the loose brickwork all the way up, and then what we're going to do is stitch it back together. And we'll probably look at putting some mesh in, but what I want to do is just take so much out to start with, get that out, and then we'll look at rebuilding it, and then we'll do the next part. You can see how terrible all this is. Yeah, it's not a pretty sight. These walls seem to be drying out since the last time I was in here, so that's not too bad. But this is all going to come off. That's why this needs rebuilding. Absolutely terrible. You see all that coming out? Cheers, buddy. Just doing a bit of filming. Do you mind?
No, no, don't mind.
No? Right, I'm going to introduce you. So this is Finlay.
Right.
He's at training college, Orchard Training, and he wants to get into bricklaying. So, like I said, I'm just showing him a few things here, and then I'm going to let him have a go at doing some stuff. Aren't we, Finn?
Yeah.
Do you get called Finn?
Yeah, Finn.
Oh dear me, sorry about that. Look at this. I don't even need the hammer and bolster. I don't know what's going on here.
We've got plenty of buckets because we went to tip with Ryan.
Oh yeah. Yeah, shovel and brush. Right, you see where this is up to here?
Oh yeah.
Right, so you... See it?
Getting broke with
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah, that might do.
That is only a bit stronger.
Right, well I'm just going to go look for a brick hammer, Finn.
Yeah.
See, these are all loose here up to this crack.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so all you have to do is just give them a little tap and they'll start to work loose. See how it's all loose here?
Yeah.
Right, don't go beyond that sort of point.
Yeah.
If it's not loose, don't take it out.
Okay.
Alright, because it might be running through to the outside. So just take off what's loose, and then I'll be back momentarily.
What shall I put the bricks in? What the bucket
Just put the bricks there for now, because we're going to be using some of these.
Alright.
I'm just going to hunt down a trowel under a brick hammer, see if we can clean some of these up, get some of them up, the mortar off and what's needed. Alright, right, I'll move that away from you. What you could do, you could just stack the bricks, to be fair.
Yeah, alright.
Alright.
Yeah, I think there's some stuff in number one, but I had to put some buckets in the basement because there was that much stuff in number one before the release.
Yeah.
But it could be in there, Mike.
Yeah, alright. That's it, just wiggle them and they'll come out, because it's lime mortar, it's not the same as cement.
Oh no.
So it's a lot weaker, shall we say.
Yeah.
You can see where they're moving to. You've got a chisel there as well, so you can use a chisel if you want to get that in a joint.
Yeah.
Just watch that pipe. Yeah, I'll show you. So you can see from the state of all this, where this crack just comes all the way up here and all the way up here. Tom's putting a full ceiling from this point across. So Finn's just knocking off all this so we can expose it all. There'll be a new lintel going in there. So Tom's just going to get a span light. That probably reveals going to end up getting rebuilt. But it's in a sorry state. Isn't it, Finn?
Yeah.
But you're a man for the job. I've always said it. Cool. Right. So Finley's just been chopping that off. I've just come in here just to cut out for a span light to slot in there. But look at this here. There's nothing at all here. Luckily I can get the lintel right in there. It'll sit on the main beef of the wall, so I can then make this up with whatever. So yeah, got the depth in there. I'm not going to take that out just yet because I'm just going to lose all that. This has all just been gobbed up with sand and cement and the rest of it, but yeah, it's not brilliant. Plant life, roots, neglect. But what we'll do is we'll get that bricked up one bit at a time, let it go off, do the next bit. Can't do all that in one go. I'm wondering whether to rebuild it with bricks or put some blocks in and use lime mortar. Look at that in there. Can you see that? Let me see if I can get the torch on. Look at all the roots there. And that's been working its way through the building. Wait, a lot of these will come out as we remove it. Look at that. It's not good, is it? Oh dear. Right, I'm knackered, so I'm going for a brew. Right on, so we just put a couple in there. We've got our lime mortar mixed up. It's got a bit reinforcing mesh. Just we'll lay that across there, just see it act as a tie, and then work our way up. Cool. That's it. With the lime, you'll know it dries quicker, especially in these old bricks.
Yeah.
It'll just dry itself out somewhere around. Just make sure you wet the bricks and then carry on. Like I say, to all you watching, it's just a case of filling this hole. It doesn't have to be pretty. Look at the rest of it. But, yeah, so getting that gap filled. We might even get some full blocks in there actually at some point. Cool. Right, I'll let him crack on. Yep, I think he might want a lot more than that. Let's put a big blob on. And more.
Right.
Right. Hold that. Right, so when we say a big blob, not something like that. Because it's going to go in there and under there. That's it, and push it in. Push it this way.
Yeah, that's the worst it goes.
Yeah. Right, get your trowel on it or whatever. Tap it in because you've got a lip. Will it knock home this way a bit? That's it. Cool. Just make that good. Make sure it's like I say, it doesn't have to be pretty. And then just get your last bit of brick in there. Is that the one we've got, is it? Yeah?
Yeah.
So perp it up. Either perp that or perp that, one of you two. No pressure. Just paint that joint as well. How are we doing, young man?
Good.
Just clearing up here.
Yeah.
You got that point top. Oh good, got that block in. That's good. And they close at the end. Brilliant. Yeah, we'll cut some bits of brick for that. Do you want to bring that up and we'll do this bit upstairs?
Yeah.
Show you. I've already cut the bits for you. So it's only a case of putting some gobbo in and then sliding the bricks along. There you go, just put that one in first, slide it as far this way as you can. You could just point that bit up with some gobbo.
Yeah.
That and that then. Alright, so that's the correct order. Thin bed, because there isn't a lot of room in there. Have you built arches and stuff?
I built one arch.
Right on, bit of a change of plan. So we've got an acro prop in there, bracing them 3 timbers there. That middle one's doing nothing anyway. But what we've done, we've took this all the way out. That's where all the settlement crack was, all the way up to the top. The headers, you can see what have been toothed through on the outside. So what we're going to try and do is build this in block and then tooth it in accordingly, the best we can. Going to get that plaster off, and as we go, we'll just chop out what bricks are necessary to tie it in. Rebuild a new reveal up there, get the lintel in, and work our way to the top. In the meanwhile, we've got to clear up the rest of this crap and go and get some more buckets. Because that's how we roll, isn't it, young man?
Yes.
Right, much like what we did in the other room. So we're reinforcing where the cracks are. Remember, this isn't structural. This is just to stop our render when we put it on, to stop it from cracking. So I'm just working my way down, putting plenty of screws in. This piece overlaps into that one with screws and washers. That piece is there. So the lad is just cutting me some more. And then what I'll do is I'll drill and plug all the way down to around about here somewhere. Oh, it's a long way down them stairs. Right, so we're going to build this the best we can. I don't know if you can see, but the wall goes like that. So building it plumb, building it straight, it's never going to work, is it? So I'm going to fill it in best I can, and then just see if I could, if they get in the way, I'll chop them off. But I'd rather try and tie them in. I've got some dogs to tie the back to the front. Yeah, we'll go from there. So I just want to show that it is only lime and sand in there. Somebody said to me before I'd put cement in, but this is a darker colour sand, so I'm just doing this just to prove a point. Right, there's me gobbo. So weapons of choice. Mix over there for mixing it up with. SDS for fitting the dogs to. Impacts for putting the screws in. Spray gun for spraying the brickwork down before we lay the blocks. Hammer, bolster. And a terrible wall. Right, let's get some of this done. There's first tie going in, a couple of screws into that brick coming across here. You can see it kicks out there, but by the time it runs across, alright, where is it? There it is. Goes back to the corner, but when it's plastered and that, it'll do the job. Right, just that lot to go. I don't know. Right, while I've been going on in there, Tom's got his units in place. Remember, this is just a rental property, so he just makes the end panels himself. That was a metaphor.
What are you trying to say?
Well, it's a rental property.
all right, then.
They get screwed, don't they? No, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Making your own. And there's the fridge we had donated. That's in there now. Spotlessly shiny. So, yeah, all looking good. So I'll just take you on a little journey through here. Oh dear. So I've got this. So we've got the lad just cleaning up a bit. So we've got the block work in there. So remember, we're building it out of lime, so you can't go too high. I don't know if you remember when I did the last job. So So I put the lintel in there, and then what I do, I wedge it up with bolsters or whatever to get the right height. I'd already put mortar under it, but because it's quite a big joint, I've left that there until that mortar goes off. It's well packed. So yeah, that's that. So hopefully we'll get the rest of that block work up there tomorrow. I need to take some more out of there to tooth it in. You can see how it's toothed in there. I've been using the dogs, which you can see on the system there, to tie it in. I mean, what do? Is the wall goes in and out. You've got to sort of follow that, but try and keep it straight. So that's what I've done. It is marginally out of plumb, but when it comes to rendering this, you don't want big bloody delves and the blockwork in and the brickwork out and knick-knack paddywhack, give the dog a bone. But yeah, that's where we're at with this. So yeah, it's been a bit of a graft today. And it, Finn? Especially you're bringing them blocks up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm taking all the rubbish down. I'm taking it to the backyard.
You made me do all that.
Yeah, I made you do it, that's right, yeah. You can see there, got all that mesh across there where the cracks are. Remember, that's just to secure the plaster when it goes on. But you've seen us do that on the other wall. So that's that. Right. What do you think? Leave us a comment, like, subscribe, blah blah blah, and we'll see you very soon. Might even be like that. And we're back. So festive report, man down. So the lad we had working with us, apparently he's got a tummy ache, so he's not in today. Anyway, let's crack on with what we're doing. So this is what I did yesterday. Obviously knocking it all out as well. It's going off. Lime takes a time to cure, but it's going. So we just need to get the rest of that up there done now. And then we're sorted really. And then I need to do something with this here. I'm wondering whether I should just cut these off and just put a piece of breeze block in and tie it to that. That's sitting through there anyway, so it's not so much that this is that important for that. I think I cut a brick out of there to get the lintel in, and then anything is just extra support for it really. So yeah, we'll get on with that. I just had to bring blocks up because the lad isn't here. That's a long way downstairs. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to cut out this just so I can tie my next piece in, straighten that off, and then we'll work out what we're doing with that. Yes. Right on, so I've got that there. A few slivers to put in there, which I'm not too worried about. There is going to be an extractor fan vent, so I've just done that and I'll just break that off at the end, cordial it out. That up there, I've just made good with bits of old brick. That there, that's the headers what come through from the outside. So I've left them in place so they tie through. That's just a bit of brick I put in, just to come across the block right there. And I've got that reveal up there, and you can see the ties, what I've done, the dogs are left sticking out because it was too big. But I'll just angle grind them off. There's one just at the top of that level there. There. So I'll just cut them off when it comes to it. Yeah, just a little bit of filling in to do, and then we can call that done. What it was, what it is now, we can see by the brickwork there. But you just got to do what you can do. Got a bit of a lip there, but not to write home about. There we go. So that's going to get rendered or whatever we decide to do with it. Like I said, them bricks there are cut out because there's going to be an extractor fan going through there. I've only got to get rid of a bit then. Like I said before, that's where the headers come through. Obviously imperial bricks, well perhaps these are pre-imperial because they're all handmade bricks, bigger than what they are modern day. So even though I brought this block to the front, it's created a little bit of a cavity, which you can see there, and on the other side there somewhere. Yeah, that's where we're at. do 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 do. Does anybody else find if when you leave your lime mortar, because you don't have to bin it, you can leave it the next day, just knock it up a bit, and it seems to be a lot better mix. But anyway, I built this yesterday, and just to show strength, considering it's only lime mortar, we'll go up. There we go. So that's the opening where the what I left for the ducting. So you can see there were the headers what went through, which I've mentioned a few times now. So I've just made up there, and I've just put a bit of a beam fill in there. So that's right, this is solid now. -4 when we got here this morning. Woo! Yeah. Right. On the next job. That or that. That or that. Right, I'll just give that a good dousing. And then what I'm going to do is get my scratch coat on of my lime render, which I'm going to make up. There's my lime putty, if you want to call it that. And then I'm going to add the required amount of sand and get that on there. Easy. So you can see I've put my scratch coat on. It's well buried into the mesh what was there. And then I use my old DIY comb. Brilliant that is. Yeah, so that's going to take a few days to go off. It's our last day here today anyway, so we'll have back on Monday. But Tom informs me that he's going to be building a wall forward of here anyway, this area down here. So he's got a service point for the pipes to the shower and everything. So I'll probably, when it comes to doing that, I'll just put a top coat on there and just leave it. There's no point in giving it a finish. Right, what I'm going to do now is get all that chopped off, which I'll right foot point, and then expose that wall. Wish me luck. And that's how you scrape your wall down without getting dust everywhere. So I'll give it a good squirt, soak the entire wall, all the dust will congeal, and then just sweep it down, and you can see how it's just collected on the floor there. And I have still got mask on, just in case anyone wants to point it out to me for a change. Oh, look at that, look like dangerous buying. I saw this trick on somebody else's channel. I think it was electricians. To screw your any old saw, that's just one we've got that's been lying on the scaffolding, and then you've got something to stick your laser level to, which I've just done there. That's where we're going to run the timbers for the ceiling what's going to be put in. Oh yeah, pretty clever that, isn't it? You can't find anywhere to put it. Screw in the wall, hang your saw off it, stick your laser level to it. Bob on.